till big balls of fire. Big balls of fire, Toastmaster Sudheesh.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond
in the sky.
Now, this is not just some old forgotten nursery rhyme, but I feel that this represents our fascination for those astral objects of splendor in the night sky. Since our childhood, we have always wondered, what is that thing in the sky? Who turns on those lights at night? Who turns them off during the daytime? And most importantly, who has a main switch? I had an uncle who would tell me over enthusiastically, look over there, you see that star? That is your grandmother who passed away last year. And I would just shake my head and say, no, she was not so bright. So in the pre-Google and pre-Wikipedia era, my only refuge was books. But even back then, there were a lot of books about movie stars, but very few about the actual stars. And so my flame of curiosity died down until a few years ago when I read a few books by this person called Carl Sagan, who is an astrophysicist and has written numerous books. Two of them are listed here. Cosmos, which is a Pulitzer Prize winning book, and Dragons of Eden, which is a bestseller on the New York top list. My research today is based on these two books. Now, before I begin and blow away your minds with all the facts from these books, let me start on some foundational aspects. What is a star? A star is basically a big ball of fire which is driven by gravitational forces which are acting on it to create thermonuclear energy. Basically what it means is, in simpler terms, there are these hydrogen atoms within the star that are mashed against each other to create helium atoms. And in the process, it also generates lots of energy, immense amounts of energy that you cannot even comprehend. Primarily, these are heat and light energy. So if there is so much light energy coming in, why can't we see the stars brightly? It's because they are so far away, light years away. Light, if you remember, is the fastest thing in the universe. It travels at a speed of 3 lakh kilometers per second, and even light finds it very hard to travel that amount of a distance. Which is the nearest star for us?
Sun.
The sun. And even the sun is actually 8 light minutes away for us. In other words, it takes light 8 minutes to travel from the sun to us. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Now, apart from the sun, the nearest star next up is the Proxima Centauri, which is 4.22 light years away. It takes 4 years for light from there to come here. And the opposite is also true. If you're nearby to Proxima Centauri, it will take you 4 years to get from there to here and from here to there. Which means that when we see the sun or these other stars, we do not see them as they are right now. We see them as they were. We always see the stars in the past. Now, another interesting fact is, if say you are on a planet that is revolving around a star which is say 200 million light years away, and let's say you are an alien who uses your telescope or whatever fancy technology you have, and you point your telescope at us today, you will not see us right now. You will see us how we were, say, 200 million years ago, if your planet is 200 million light years away from us. Which means if you use a telescope at us today, you will not see us. You will see dinosaurs on this planet. Strange, right? Now, again, another amazing fact about this is, when you see this room, for example, and if I take a picture, I see everyone at the same time. But if I look at, say, the night sky again, I do not see one single time slice. I see multiple time slices. I can see the sun, which is 8 minutes away, the Proxima Centauri, which is 4 years away, and the North Pole Star, which is 323 light years away. It is like having this amazing reverse face app technology where you can take your brother's photo from 10 years ago, your father's photo from 30 years ago, and your grandfather's photo from 60 years ago, all in the same frame. Isn't that mind-blowing? All right, stay with me, because for the next step, I want you to go back, really, really back, to a time when there was nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm talking, of course, about the Big Bang, the earliest known event known to us, which happened 13.8 billion years ago. It is such a mind-boggling number that we cannot really comprehend this number. And so to really understand this time scale, let me compress this whole 13.8 billion years into a single year that we understand. So on this time scale, which is called the cosmic calendar, let's imagine that the Big Bang happened on January 1st. What happened afterwards? Pretty much nothing until May 1st, when the Milky Way galaxy was formed. And again, we had a few months of nothing happening until September, which is when the solar system and the Earth and life on Earth was formed. So just imagine, for 2/3 of time when the universe existed, the solar system itself did not exist. And after that, initially we had bacteria roaming the forests of the Earth in October, and then the plants came out in November. And then there are eukaryotes, and again there are 11 months have gone by, we just have 1 month left. Where are the human beings? Let's look at December. On December 7th, Earth had worms. On December 17th, fish was served. On December 19th, plants started to colonize land, and in the next few days, we had insects, amphibians, reptiles, and dinosaurs only on December 25th, and so on, but still no human beings. On December 31 is when finally we get to the great apes, the chimpanzees, and so on, and human beings at 10:30 p.m. on December 31st finally arrived, and everything that we did was in the last 1 minute, starting from agriculture to the Bronze Age to all the civilizations. And the final 1 second is all of modern history, starting from the great European seafaring civilizations. The 1 second in this great 1 year is everything that we have from modern history. That is just mind-blowing, right? Now the good part is, we are at the brink of the new year, and the next few months will determine whether we blow ourselves up or we thrive. But if there is one thing I ask of you, it is to keep your flame of curiosity alive. Over to you.